Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VFG Movie Reviews with your host, Tim Williams. How's it going, guys? Welcome to VFG Movie Reviews, and this is my review for Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, and this is part of our Attack of the Franchise series we are doing. If you would like to be a part of this series and know when these videos drop, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, put it on all, leave a comment down below. And in the description below, you can see every month of a new franchise that we will be reviewing all the way to the end of the year. Come be a part of it. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Search for Spock was one of my favorite films from Star Trek. I loved it. I really did. All the cast is back. We haven't lost anybody. Robin Curtis takes over as Saavik, but our new bad guy, Christopher Lloyd, playing a Klingon. Oh, he's a baddie. He's a baddie. He just shoots a guy for no reason. He was like they blow up a ship and they weren't meant to be. They needed prisoners. And he just stands up, shoots his fellow Klingon soldier because the guy's like, oh, it was just a lucky shot. And then the guy next to him is about to say something. He pulls the gun, draws it on him. He's like, say your words carefully. Oh my God. Christopher Lloyd was a badass in this role. I don't think I can count on my hand the number of times I've seen Christopher Lloyd play a bad guy. Like this one, the judge from Roger Rabbit. Like I can't think of any more. If you guys know any more, leave a comment down below. Like that's the only two I can think of personally. I could be really wrong though. But oh my goodness. So they just got finished with the Wrath of Khan messing up the Enterprise. They're going back to dock, all this stuff, and then they end up finding out McCoy has Spock memories embedded in his head. And they also find out that Spock may be still alive because in the memories in McCoy's head, he's telling Kirk to take him back and all this stuff. Oh my God, this is such... So the heist, they get decommissioned and that's the end. Don't talk about Genesis. Don't inquire about it. It's all over. This is the end. You guys did great. You're heroes. Nope. We have to go to Genesis. We have to get Spock's mind to Vulcan. The whole 9 yards. So they devise a plan to steal the Enterprise and decommission and mess up the transwarp drive of the other ship. And with all that going on, we find out that David, Kirk's son, altered the Genesis material, cheated basically, kind of like his dad did with the Kobayashi Maru, and messed everything up. The planet is growing too fast and it's destroying it, which all plays out. David ends up being killed while trying to save Saavik and baby Spock. And then, so while the crew is trying to steal the Enterprise, Sulu, George Takei, has just this great best scene. Like, George Takei is this little tiny dude, but he is a trained martial artist. So one of the guards is like, "Don't you threaten me, Tiny." And then fucking Sulu just whoops this dude up and goes, "Don't ever call me small." And it's such a great line. It's such a great line because these guys are like your friend. That's what Star Trek is. Every time you watch the movie, you're part of the crew. You're on board. You're one of the crew. You're like your friend. You're there sipping Romulan ale with McCoy, right? And that's what makes these movies great. And there's some of the best sci-fi film in history. Not the best, but some of the best sci-fi. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So they go through all this. They go down to the planet. They find David's dead. They find Savick. They find Spock. But he has no memory. He has no nothing. Like, he's just a blank shell, basically. And they have the fight with Christopher Lloyd. And Kirk has one of the lamest lines. They fight off into this, like the earth splits and there's this lava flow, and Kirk and him are fighting, and like Christopher Lloyd's character goes over the edge, but he's holding on, and he's like, Kirk's like, give me your hand, and Lloyd's character grabs his legs to try to pull him down too, and Kirk just kicks this dude in the face 3 times and goes, I've had enough of you. He goes flying off into the lava. It's a bad line. It's a bad line. But Kirk's a badass. Who doesn't love Kirk? Like, seriously, he's a badass. This movie's so good. At the end, they get Spock and McCoy back in the end. They do a Vulcan ritual that hasn't been done in forever to get Spock's memories back into Spock's new form and body. Spock and Kirk are standing there, and he's like, I've been told that we are friends. And like, just that moment, oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so cool. Everything about this movie, the only thing I have to say is the sets looked very cheap. Like the planet sets, not the Enterprise itself, but the planet sets, they looked very cheap for some reason in this one. I don't know what the reasoning behind it was, but I just really didn't like the sets in it, like the planet sets. So where does this lie on my 5-star scale? Story, we have 4 stars. Cinematography is another 4 stars. It's a beautiful movie. Characters are 3 stars. As much as I love Christopher Lloyd, he seems so, like, one-sided. There's no any other side except for what he's trying to do, and it just kind of took away from it, but he was badass in this movie. And 3 stars for the design. Like I said, the sets for the planet looked really cheap and didn't look good. So that brings the total to 3.5 stars for Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. Man, I'm having fun doing these, guys. I hope you're on board with us, and I love you all. Bye, guys. We will see you in our next video.